GCPL posted its Q1FY21 numbers and they are in line with the ET now expectations. Let's look at the revenue front. Revenue was exactly almost in line with what we were expecting. The revenues came in at 2,327 crores and it was down only marginally by 1%. Despite being a tough quarter, despite the lockdown, the company has managed to see a revenue decline of only 1%. Also talking about the profits of the company, they've been above the ET now expectations. They've come in at 394 crores, down 3% on a year-on-year basis. Talking about the margins of the company, exactly in line with what we were expecting, 20.3%, just a decline of around 80 basis points in terms of the margins. But all in all, a decent set of numbers by Godrej Consumer Product Limited, despite being a tough quarter. Now talking about the domestic volume growth of the company, it's in a low single digit number, that is a 3% volume growth. Domestic volume growth is what the company has seen. Now, what is leading to the growth and what is actually aiding the growth of the company is the household insecticides as well as the hygiene segment of the company. This is what has seen a good performance and a strong momentum. The demand for these products have been quite high and that is what has supported the company. So if you go to see the HI segment, that's the household insecticide segment, that has seen a growth of around 27%, and that was mainly aided by the demand. The underlying demand for this product was very high, and it was also a peak season for household insecticide products. So that is why we're seeing a good set of numbers in the household insecticide segment, and this is a strong resurgence that we are seeing in this segment. This segment was a bit weak if you go to see before COVID, but now they're seeing a good good growth over there, and they expect to grow even well going forward. Talking about soap segment, that has also seen a 2%, only a marginal decline, and that is overall just a marginal decline, a decent set of numbers still, and it stands at 545 crores. While in terms of the hair color as well as air fresheners, this comes under discretionary spends, so that has seen a decline as well, and that has been quite muted. If you go to see, hair color segment declined by 18% on a year-on-year basis, while the other segments of the company also declined by around 11%. If you talk about the hair color segment, they have seen a sequential improvement and a recovery in the month of June, but most part was during the lockdown during this period, and that is what has impacted the company, as people are not really going out and spending much on discretionary items. But they have come out with products like do it yourself through trends which influencers are using, and that is why they are seeing some recovery over here in the hair color segment, as people are still not going out to salons to color their hair. So that is why the product is seeing some recovery, signs of recovery in the hair color segment. Talking about the international business, it's been a mixed trend over here. While the Indonesian business saw a continued momentum, a good growth of around 5% in constant currency term, the Africa, Middle East and US business on the other hand was a weak sales performance overall and by all these segments, but May and June was showing signs of recovery. So all in all, a decent set of numbers from Godrej Consumer Product Limited this quarter.